What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be talking about the repr method in Python, and I just want to make a short video about this because this is quite important and I wanted to let you know the basic how does a object work and why we need this method. So we can import copy paste the code we have from the classes and objects file that I worked with in the last video, and so we're going to use this same class and this same object. Now in this one I want to print like the object itself. So I'm after learning about classes and objects, a lot of people just go print car, and when we print that, it gives us this weird object address, and that's because this is a raw object that we made. In other objects, let's say we have a string. So when we print the string, that string is still an object, but it's of another class, of the class str, so something like that. And in that class, it's probably defined that when you print the string, you print the characters written in a certain order, in that same order that the user wanted. So, but we're creating our own object from scratch, basically, and using object-oriented programming, and so it gives us this this object address. Now, this is because we haven't really defined what's going to happen when we print the object. And in order to do that, we have to define a repr method. Repr stands for represents. In other words, what will happen when you print or represent this object as a string. So you could also do str. That's also a method, a dunder method, just like in it. We'll be going over dunder method in a future video. For right now, let's just go over this repr. Again, we need to do self, and actually that's basically it. Now here we can write return, and then we can write whatever we want. So we can write, if we want to print an object, right now it's a vehicle, we'd usually want to say like the color and then the model. So self.color, and so how about like a self.color, so blue, a blue, and then the model. These attributes are what we defined right here, and so we can take those attributes and use it in another function. So now when we print car, it says a blue Honda. We can change this up. We can make this like a Toyota. Make this a we can make this a black Toyota, and it says that right there. So I mean, this is quite important because we can make a function, of course, that only define vehicle. So I'm just making a method right now. Vehicle model. So this method, what it does is it just gives the name and the model of the whatever car or vehicle it is. So we can write return, and then again, or actually we could just do return self.model. So when this function will run, when we run this method in the object, so when we do print car.model, vehicle model, maybe instead of just returning the attribute, which we could have just printed just by doing print car dot model, because this is, we're not putting parentheses here, so that means that again it's not a method or a function, it's instead an attribute or a variable that stores data. So we could do that regardless. So actually, let me just add something to it to make it look different from if we would just print the attribute. So let's say your vehicle is a, and then it returns the model. So now when we print that, first it'll say that it's sorry. Oh, right, we have to put the parentheses there. I'll talk about that in just a second. So it says a black Toyota, and then right here it says the object, because before what we did is car.vehicle model, and here we're referring to the object, because the function itself is an object. Everything in Python is an object, and the object's value is bound method of the class vehicle, and then it says this. But we don't want that. Sorry, you need to put parentheses if you want to know the return value of the function. If you remove the parentheses, then you're referring to the object, the function, its properties, what that itself. But if you want to know the value, you put the parentheses, and then it says a black Toyota and your vehicle is a Toyota. So I'm just saying that you could create another method to that prints a property or something of an object. But if you want to print the object itself, like print car, you're going to have to use this dunder method, the wrapper dunder method. So that was it for this video. It was a little short, but I just wanted to get this idea, which will be pretty important in the future. That was it. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.